Hello again and welcome back. In this lesson, we are going to talk about 500.14 monitoring and training. And again, this security control should be implemented after you perform your risk assessments. So the first one says that we need to have policies, procedures, and controls that are designed to monitor the activity of authorized users and detect unauthorized access or use of or tampering with non-public information by such authorized users. And I hope that you still remember our topic about IEEE. Again, that's identification, authentication, authorization, and accounting or accountability. So again, after you identify yourself, you need to verify that it is actually you who you are claiming to be, and then you are provided authorized access to certain information and information systems. So this basically, this requirement is basically telling us that if authorized users are accessing information and information systems that they are not authorized to access, and if that authorized user is tampering with non-public information, then that should be detected and monitored. And that way we can ensure the confidentiality and integrity of our non-public information. And then we need to implement risk-based controls designed to protect against malicious codes, including those that monitor and filter web traffic or electronic mail, and to block malicious content. So this means that you need to have antivirus in place that are installed on your computers or mobile phones or even tablets, and that will and that software will block, contain, or remove malicious codes. And then for filtering web traffic, there are also solutions that can help you with that. So for example, your users will try to go on a website that is filled with malware. So your solution will block that user from going to that website. So for instance, your user would get an email with a phishing link, and that link would actually bring that user to a malicious website. Then your solution will block that traffic so that your user will not be able to load that malicious web page or download any malware into the system. And then there are also solutions that you can use so that the emails that are coming from the outside going into your organization will be blocked or quarantined right away if they are containing malicious software or attachments or links. And then the third requirement says that we need to provide periodic, but at a minimum, annual cybersecurity training that includes social engineering for all personnel that is updated and to reflect also risks identified by our organization in our risk assessments. So we talked about social engineering, and again, that is the art of manipulating your users by the criminals so that your users will provide the criminals information that is not of their best interest or the best interest of your organization. So criminals are actually exploiting the human psychology in order to get what they want to carry out an attack. And again, we said that social engineering, especially phishing, is still the #1 attack method that is used by attackers because it is cheap and easy to carry out. So the requirement is saying that we need to provide our users cybersecurity awareness training at a minimum annually so that they are aware of all these social engineering tactics and phishing techniques that are being utilized by attackers. And in my own honest opinion, it is way better if the training we provide is on a monthly basis, even if they are short training content. So it just helps a lot. And then we also have a requirement that we should implement the use of compensating controls. So again, compensating controls should be documented and should be reviewed and approved by your CISO. And compensating controls can be an endpoint detection and response, or the EDR, and other vendors call it the XDR for extended detection and response. And again, that will monitor anomalous activity, including but not limited to lateral movement. And then you need to have a solution that centralizes logging and security event alerting. So that will be a centralized logging system, or they call it SIM, or Security Information and Event Management. So for example, there are logs like system logs or application logs or network logs. Then those logs will be sent to your SIM solution, and then depending on how you fine-tune your rule sets, then it will create an alert to be sent out to the admins, and then they can look at the alerts and start investigating. So it's very important that your cybersecurity professionals are fine-tuning this solution very well. Otherwise, it will create a lot of noise and false positives, and of course, you don't want that. So that will be it for this video, and I will see you in the next one.